Guys, it's Will from Potato Strong. I was just checking out an interview with Dr. McDougall and Dr. Dean Ornish from a ways back. And Dr. Ornish said something that was interesting. He said that it's easier to make big changes than small changes. That kind of goes against the common wisdom where, if you're switching into a healthier diet, that you can make small changes. And normally I'm open to both scenarios. You can make small changes, and then other people will make a sudden change and go 100% into this. And I don't want to discourage either one of those two, because if you start adding more fruits and vegetables and things like that into your diet, it's definitely going to help you. But from my experience, with the last June, about 15 months ago, I was watching Forks Over Knives, Engine 2 Diet, all those ones, and we ended up getting rid of all that stuff, all the animal, like all the cheese and all the junk, oil, and that worked amazingly well. Like I was vegetarian for 10 years, something like that, and I never was able to transition to a healthier diet. And I think that even though it seems like a more radical change to get rid of all that stuff, there's a lot of benefits. You're going to get better results because you're not still eating some of the fats, like the oils and some of the products that have lots of fat in them. Your taste buds change, because it's like I always think about it like an addiction. If you're smoking or drugs or alcohol, you don't really just cut back on the amount that you smoke or drink to be effective. You really have to go 100% cold turkey, as they say. And you're just feeding the addiction. So if you have, if you do eat something that's not really healthy, your body, your brain says, yeah, let's do that again, and it's always in your mind. And I found that when I eat chips and stuff like that, I probably had at least once a week, a bag of chips, probably more than that. And so, yeah, I'm going to show you just a little clip from this interview with Dr. Dean Ornish and Dr. McDougall.
Because they've been operating from, I think, assumptions that aren't really very valid. Their assumption is that small gradual changes are easy and big rapid changes are hard. And what they see over and over again is their patients have a heart attack, they follow a 30% fat diet, they don't stay on the diet, and they get off the diet and they say, well, hell, they won't even take their medicine. They won't even follow a 30% fat diet, eating less red meat and more fish and chicken and all that. How do you expect them to do even more? But as you know, I really think that it's easier to make big changes than to make small ones.
At the end of the day, I always try to say what worked for me, and also, is it working for you? So you got to think about your own particular situation. And, if it's not working, try to make those changes. Try to make some changes. And what I can say worked for me, and it's been the most amazing thing, was to go 100%. And I actually got rid of all that food. We donated it. And it's not there to tempt us. And I just can't continually go back. And the other thing is, you lose those addictions and you create new. It's also behavioral. Like a lot of times, it's a behavioral pattern that you get into. Like a Friday night, it's getting chips and dip or ordering a pizza or whatever. And so creating new patterns, creating new behaviors allows you to break those patterns and find new healthy patterns. And I actually really enjoy the food that I eat now, and I really think about it and crave some of the stuff that I eat. And some of them are just minor tweaks, like, potato chips I can make in the microwave with those top chips trays, banana ice cream, mashed potatoes in gravy, and all these things that most of us like can be modified so that you can still eat them and they're really healthy, and you can still lose weight. And so, yeah, I just wanted to put out there that, just a change in mindset for some people is, if you find yourself not able to really, you're not getting the results and you're not making 100% of the changes, is to try to is consider the idea that going 100%, if you're in a SAD, standard American diet, or some other diet. And one of the things, if you are going to transition slowly and sort of introduce, the reason I think it helps to have some sort of a deadline and a plan, because if you're still eating some of the unhealthy foods, when is that going to stop? I didn't find that it naturally, I just started adding more and more fruit and then, or vegetables, and then other stuff got crowded out. It kind of stays at a certain level, and those foods never seem to go away. So, if you're going to try to transition slowly, maybe have a deadline, say within 6 months, and then there's, have some sort of plan, how you're going to phase the stuff out. But for me, like I say, I always try to bring it back to what worked for me, and that was going 100%. And so I try to help you guys with some tips and some of the mental aspects to getting healthy that can help you guys and kept me, some of the stuff that prevented me from making progress in the past. So hope that helps, and we'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.